Yo, did y'all hear the new Bears anthem, the new Bears
Here,
theme song?
here we go.
Oh,
That's what they're
I
worried about during the
love
quarantine.
trash. Anything dirty
Oh
and
my
dingy and
god.
dusty. Hey yo, what's good, man? It's your boy Julio. I got Manabo. I got Dave. It's the 4th and 6th crew, 4th and 6th media.
You're
We
What
starting
up?
off.
46.
We starting off with something special, super special announcement. We got a new member to the team.
New member to the team.
Yeah.
Woo!
We got Amber Lay. We got
Amber
Amber Lay.
Lay,
Yo.
Chun Li, wonton, egg roll, rice patty, whatever you want to call her. You feel
There we
me?
go.
Damn, you're making me hungry.
Yeah,
Shut
here we
the
Big
go.
fan.
Ooh, I like the way you
Yeah, man.
said that. Ooh, you make me hungry. So damn.
Oh
Oh, God.
my
There you go.
Oh, my
god.
God. Here we go.
Got Manabo being Manabo as always. I'm sorry, Amber. So
Well,
anyway, Amber's from Pain into Power. You know what I mean? She does a lot of great things when it comes to domestic violence awareness and mental health and stuff like that. So having her part of the group and part of the team and kind of showcasing the women's side of things and the female side of things when it comes to these players in the NFL, I think she's going to be a really good addition to the team. And I'm super excited to have you, Amber.
thank you, thank you. I'm super excited to be here. Thank y'all for asking me to join y'all.
Hell yeah, yeah, yeah. So kind of like tell the people about your experience and like what you've done in the past, especially when it comes to like sports and stuff like that.
So I'm currently, as you guys know, I do Pain into Power, which is my own media platform that focuses on mental health and women empowerment. And obviously, it's a tribute to domestic violence survivors. Not only that, but I'm an executive assistant to DJ Sus One.
Hey,
I'm
hey.
the editor in chief
Shout
of
out
the
Power
feature
1051, you heard?
presentation.
Shout out
Yes, shout
Power
out to Power
1051.
1051. I'm editor in chief of the feature presentation, which covers music and news and other types of media, movies. And I haven't done a sports broadcast probably since I was 24. I'm now 29, turning 30 in July. I interned for SiriusXM NFL Radio, and at the time, I was in an abusive relationship. So every time that I did talk to men or talk about stats and this, that, and the third, because you go to sports bars and everyone's just talking shit.
Yeah.
And so it's kind of a trigger for me to be doing this, but it's something that I know I'm gonna get over because y'all are like family.
Big
So y'all
facts.
also reminded me that
That's big
how
facts.
much I love it. Yeah.
Familia.
As I was prepping notes, it was like, yo,
We a
damn, I
tribe.
forgot how much I missed this. You know what I'm saying? We fight
Yeah.
together, we eat
Fourth
together,
and
all of that.
six, we here. You
Yeah,
already know
Right.
we
facts.
got your back.
So Amber, I know you said you would DJ Sus One and stuff like that, but I don't know if you
DJ
knew this.
Sus One.
I don't know if you knew this, but unfortunately, Dave likes a lot of like emo music, so he listens to a
Yo,
lot of My
definitely My
Chemical
Chemical
Romance. That's
Romance.
why
Would
Dave,
never
right?
turn on a gas
Yo,
station
it's
ever.
Fallout
Oh my
Boy.
Yeah,
God.
Shout out to
I'm like my son.
Evanescence, but yo,
Yeah, I got old school
hold
swag. I
up,
listen
yo.
to
Whoa,
jazz
whoa,
with
whoa,
my
whoa, 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 whoa. What's wrong
Evanescence.
with Evanescence?
No, none. I'm
Yeah,
just saying, yo, real shout out to Evanescence, yo.
big
Man,
Oh,
I
facts.
don't
yo.
want to
okay.
talk about. I
You helped
listen
me
to
through some
jazz.
shit.
Hell
You want to
yeah.
talk about some emo shit?
Yeah, I'm just kidding,
Old
Dave. We
school.
love you.
Yeah.
I'm not kidding. I
Motherfucker.
ain't kidding.
Anyway,
Oh my God.
yo, so
So we're not.
speaking of, what we're going through this crazy pandemic now and stuff like that, and everybody's kind of like inside and stuck inside. We just want to make sure everybody's safe. I hope everybody's doing their thing and doing their due diligence and washing, sanitizing, doing all that stuff. But everything's pretty much shut down right now. What's been
Yo,
keeping us
guys,
sane is
I
like,
got the Rona.
stop, bro.
Man, stop, man. This is not funny, bro. Man, you ain't.
April Fools. I've had me one
April Fools.
April Fools joke.
Man,
Come
that shit's
on.
not funny.
Whoa,
Yo,
hey.
all right,
Dave.
hold on. All right. I'm gonna speak on this because here's the thing, right? Here's the thing.
Oh man.
We laughing. We got to joke about stuff like this, right? And I understand. But here's the thing. I want the summer. So will you keep all your asses inside, please? Because here's the
Big
thing.
facts.
Right now, we on a 30-day quarantine extended till April 30th. After this 30-day quarantine, they're gonna reassess it. But the president of the United States, he's gonna mandate a 14-day mandatory stay-at-home order, which means if you go outside, unless it's to go to a grocery store or you are a nurse, a doctor, or a grocery store worker, you're gonna be arrested and thrown in jail. Please, for the love of God, everybody, stay inside. Don't go to work. Don't go out drinking and driving, Dave. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, like just stay inside.
Wow.
Stay inside.
Yeah. Just be
Stay
safe.
inside.
No, but I agree though. Definitely stay inside because a lot of people are dying. There's a lot of people that are, getting infected, and it's not funny anymore because it's like Mother Nature grounding all of us.
Yeah,
and I
sure.
turned 30 in July, so I'm not trying to be in the house for that.
Well, I'm not trying to be in the house for May. My birthday's May 20th.
Facts.
We need this to stop this month.
Right.
Be done with.
Yeah.
And everybody do
Everything.
do their part.
Everything's pretty much shut
down. You may not be at
down.
risk, but somebody else may be at
what I
risk.
mean?
You gotta stay safe. That's what it is.
Everything's pretty much shut down, but you know what? The NFL's been keeping us sane. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
There's
Wow.
the craziness that's going on within the NFL and free agency and the league extending the games and all this stuff. So
Talk about
the playoffs is officially extended now.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about that too.
I don't know. So with that being said, since it's free agency has been crazy, right? Like, I mean, this year is probably the craziest free agency year that we've had
in a long time,
very, very, very long time. And a lot of it is because of like the quarterbacks that have been like just moving. One of the big names is Tom Brady, the GOAT.
Yeah, TB12.
Wow.
Yeah, one of the GOATs, obviously.
Oh, Amber said, "Whoa, hold on, you disrespected Drew Brees."
Well, because he said the GOAT, and then he fixed it and said one of the GOATs. That I agree with.
Yeah. He's one of the GOATs. He's one of the GOATs.
He's the greatest of all time. But
carry on.
Slow your mouth, David.
So we got Tom Brady now with the Bucks. He's going to be in the same division as Drew Brees. With all these, and Drew Brees he re-signed, and then you got Nick Foles who's traded to the Bears, which
the Bears.
That was whack. Then you got Teddy Bridgewater. The biggest one to me was Teddy Bridgewater getting traded to the Panthers, and that.
Well, he just signed there. He was a free agent.
Yeah, he signed to the Panthers.
It was a 3 year, $63 million deal, and Cam was released too.
That's wild to me. That's wild.
Cam was released.
Well, I mean, they and the worst part is they knew that Cam was healthy, but they still decided to move on, and that's just kind of like crazy. It's kind of disrespectful to Cam.
Huge disrespect.
He brought your franchise from the dump from fucking Jimmy Clausen,
right?
And that was your quarterback of the future, and now you disrespect Cam like that. It doesn't really make any sense. But Teddy had a good 6 games, so give him a chance. But in my opinion, I feel like Teddy's more risk of getting hurt seriously than Cam is. So we'll see if it works out for them. But all the best to Bridgewater. But it doesn't make any sense in terms of them.
Hey yo, Amber. So you got Tom Brady now with the Bucks. He's gonna be playing Drew Brees, your Saints, twice a year. How you feel about that?
Well, listen, for the past 3 years, we've been, the kings of the NFC South. So I'm not too worried. And overall, I feel like Brees is a better quarterback. And that's another thing. Brady wishes he had Michael Thomas. Brady wishes he had Kamara. Brady wishes he had all these weapons that Drew Brees has that clearly he doesn't have. Otherwise, he wouldn't have left the Patriots.
I mean.
Well, that's why
he went to Tampa, though. Yeah, because the Bucks, they got the weapons.
Listen.
But they don't
got a running back.
You're right.
Right.
Ronald Jones is good, but he ain't having
Kamara.
You're right. Kamara.
Right,
Yeah, but Kamara ain't no Christian McCaffrey. He ain't no run CMC.
Yeah, but they don't got to.
But listen,
are we talking
Breathe through.
I'm just trying to throw shade.
And now who's being emotional?
Well, if we're talking specifically quarterbacks, Brees threw 3 more touchdowns than Brady did, 4 less interceptions than Brady did, and has a higher percentage of passes.
Right.
And that's
and a higher QBR. So what am I supposed to be scared of?
I mean,
Brees gonna own that ass.
No disrespect to Brady, because I do have love for Brady, but
I mean, Drew Brees has definitely been a better quarterback over the past few years than Tom Brady has. Not to disrespect Tom Brady, Patriot fans, relax. or Buck
Right.
fans
No
now.
disrespect.
Relax.
Yeah,
But Breeze has actually been the better quarterback the past few years.
number wise,
But at the same time,
Number-wise, absolutely.
Brady hasn't really had the weapons that he's had that he's
right.
gonna have going to
Yeah.
Tampa. But quarterbacks in the new system don't really typically do as well in the first year. So
I mean, Carson Palmer will fit with Bruce Arians pretty
Yeah,
well, though.
but Carson
yeah, that's-
Palmer, but you're talking about Carson Palmer, who was doing like deep ball pass. Tom Brady's not a deep ball threat.
Man, he was trash on the radius before we got
Bro.
to the Cardinals.
Bro.
That's what I'm saying. Like, so Brady could have a different kind of like setup. So I think it might work pretty well.
Brady's a dinking dunk passer at best right now, bro.
Watch Brady throw that deep ball to Godwin in the end zone or Evans, and you be like, oh shit, there go Brady from 2008. Randy Moss.
All right,
type
now
Brady.
look, now listen. I hate to do this, but I hate to do this, but I agree with Emo Dave for once because look, Brady didn't have anybody to throw the ball deep last year. He didn't have Gronk. Edelman is a slot guy, so
he had AB for 2 games.
He had AB for 2 games. That's what I'm saying. So in a way, you know, do I think Brady might have lost a little bit of pepper on his arm? Yeah, I mean, it just naturally happens because even the greatest quarterback of all time, the GOAT of GOATs, Peyton Manning, he lost some arm strength. You know what I'm saying? So,
well, he had neck surgery. That's completely different.
It happens. You know what I'm saying? So my thing is I do agree with Dave that Brady can still throw a deep ball, but Julio, I kind of agree with you because it is a whole new system. And he's really only known Belichick's system all those years. So,
right.
Well,
Brady has 74K passing yards overall. Brees has 77K overall passing yards overall. So I just want to point out that my quarterback is actually
that's
best.
big facts.
That's all.
And you know what?
Brees
you know what?
Amber's not wrong. He was.
Amber also likes Killer Cam Newton, who just got released.
Well, disrespect
from the Panthers for PJ Walker. He got released for PJ Walker of the XFL.
Hey, don't disrespect the XFL, yo, because there was some fire-ass games from the XFL, bro.
Absolutely.
And PJ Walker was killing it, bro. I don't want to hear it.
I was watching NASCAR instead of the XFL.
Boy, you know what? Next.
You know what, Julio? Anyways,
let's go.
Nick Foles went from being a problem for the Jacksonville Jaguars to possibly being a solution for the Chicago Bears. So now he's switching from AFC South to NFC North.
How many games?
Anything the Bears do is whack, so it doesn't even matter.
Oh my God! Hey, you said that, hey, yo, this is the problem, though. Julio don't.
They had the number one defense in 2018.
Julio doesn't realize that the Bears are a quarterback.
This man beat them one time.
Yo, did y'all?
Come on, what did Aaron Rodgers do in that first game last year?
We're not talking about Aaron Rodgers. We're talking about Nick Foles, the Jaguars, and the Bears.
Jack shit against that team that you think is trash, boy.
Yo, y'all want to hear? Yo, did y'all hear the new Bears anthem, the new Bears theme song?
Here we go.
Oh, I love trash. Anything dirty and dingy and dusty. Anything ragged and rotten or rusty.
Oh my! All right. Julio's so emotional. It's just like that Devontae Adams post, bro.
Jesus Christ,
this man just.
How do y'all think Nick Foles is going to affect the Chicago Bears? We got to get back on track. Y'all are out of control.
I don't think that he's going to start in the beginning. I think Trubisky is going to start like the first 3 or 4 games. Mm-hmm. That's what I think. Then he's going to get benched because he's going to be fucking up, and then it's Foles' goal once again for 4 games, and then he's going to break his shoulder again, and then Trubisky will come back, and then when Trubisky's trash again, they'll sign Cam Newton because Cam Newton won't be on the team, and then boom, the Bears are back.
Well,
you just went on a whole tangent. Right. You just skip past 4 years.
You know what? I actually like that Foles trade. I actually do because the Matt Nagy offense worked.
He ran.
When Foles was in Philly.
Yeah.
And Foles obviously won a Super Bowl. So I think that's a really good trade for them. But Bears are still trash regardless.
You don't think that broken collarbone for the second time is going to affect him, especially with the Bears'
Well,
I mean,
offensive
it
I
line?
don't.
might.
It might because he's not really one to run and run outside the pocket when things start to collapse in the pocket. And the NFC North has a
Right.
lot of pass rushers,
It's
so
true.
Right.
It's true.
that is a concern.
But
Yeah. That's a good point. That is a good
mhm,
point. That is a concern.
because I forgot where I read it, but they said that the Chicago Bears offensive line was only 2.37
Yeah.
seconds, ranked in 29th. So that's a little concern. But I think he'll do somewhat all
I
right
think that's
there.
going to be a QB battle throughout
If
training
it was
camp.
the Eagles' fault, he'll do
I
good.
mean, he's
What
better
happened?
than what's his name, Trubisky. So
Trubisky?
Trubisky is
Well,
terrible,
yeah.
terrible.
He had a really bad year last year.
It wasn't
That's
good.
for sure. It was
So
pretty
you know
bad.
what? So overall, what was you guys' favorite quarterback signing this past free agency? Like, what do you thought was the best
Drew
one?
Brees deciding to stay with the motherfucking Saints was my favorite signing,
Okay,
okay?
it's a good one.
Oh my God,
It's a good
so
one.
emotional. the
Oh my God, don't make
loyalty.
me karate chop you
Oh,
in the
damn. All
throat.
right, chill. Yo, Luke Kang over here.
Well,
All right, Luke
until
Kang.
Chun Li.
Yo, my favorite was Phillip
I
Rivers,
guess
bro. I think he's gonna do well in the Colts.
Facts. I agree with that.
okay.
He got an O line now. He got a running back. Not that he didn't have before, but if they could pick up a wide receiver in that first round,
Yes,
to
Jerry
go
Judy.
opposite, if they could opposite of
No, they
Ty.
traded their first round pick. Don't forget
Oh, that's big facts.
to get Buckner.
To get but I love that too.
I love it too.
So
I
I think
agree with you.
they're lacking there, maybe like on the opposite side of a wide receiver besides T.Y. Hilton. But
Yeah.
I love that pickup for the Colts, Phillip
Buckner.
Rivers.
What do you think, Dave?
My favorite signing was Colt McCoy.
I knew he was gonna do it.
Oh God.
I knew you. You know what? You know what? All right, you know what? I hope Colt McCoy wins the starting job because Daniel Jones trash. Trash. Let's go, Colt McCoy. I bleed blue and I want McCoy to start. And then we're going to tank for Trevor Lawson. Fuck it. Who cares?
It's Lawrence. But I think if I was Teddy Bridgewater, I mean, to me, it's great that he has an opportunity to start in spite of how he happened. It's just like, I think it's a good spot for him. Like, he has familiarity with the offense, and I think he's going to do well there. So I like Teddy Bridgewater.
All right. Tim,
what's
Mine
yours?
is the same thing as Julio's. I love the Phillip Rivers pick. I actually would have probably I pinpointed Phillip Rivers actually going to the Bears, honestly, because I felt that the Bears defense, which is a Super Bowl contending defense, like if Phillip Rivers would have went there, I would have honestly put the Bears in the NFC Championship game this year, honestly. But with Rivers going to the Colts, like Julio, I like it. He's got an offensive line now, which is a lot better than he did in San Diego. I think he had more weapons in San Diego at the receiver and tight end position. Yes, T.Y. Hilton to me is just a number 2. But like Julio said, it's a deep wide receiver class, so they could probably get 1 or 2 guys in there, help come along. He has a running back in Mack that I think Mack is better than Melvin Gordon. So that'll be good. And it's a young defense, and I think Phillip Rivers gets them to the playoffs this year.
I like that.
Wait, Mac? Who Mac? Who you talking
Marlon Mack. They're running back, Dave. What boy? Put the bottle down, bro.
Okay.
Stop drinking Henny, bro.
First of all, who's drinking? No.
Also,
You're drinking Henny?
I thought you were talking about
also, like we talked about, I
thought you were talking about the Chargers. I got confused.
No. I'm saying, Matt. Also, real quick before we change it up, like Julio said, we both love. They traded the first round pick for DeForest Buckner. I like it. I thought they would have kept it and maybe tried to grab a wide receiver, but I like what they doing. They got an amazing player. They got a great player. We all saw what the 49ers defensive line did last year. So they decided to re-sign Eric Armstead, which he had a good season, but I would have kept Buckner. So Colts did good there.
Yeah, that's one thing that's kind of controversial about that. Like a lot of 49ers fans, a lot of people around were thinking that Buckner would have been, the signing and that they would have traded Armstead. But, it is what it is. And so that they went with what they felt is right. And, hopefully they get back to where they were before and actually do what they couldn't do last year.
Well, speaking of the playoffs, I don't know. I think it was between the Colts and the Pittsburgh Steelers last year for that last spot, the 6th seed in the playoffs for the AFC last year. And the NFL extended the playoffs to 14 teams this year. So let's say if that happened last year, the Colts probably would have made the playoffs, or the Steelers would have probably made the playoffs. They would have been that 7th seed. But besides that, how do you guys feel about this whole expansion on the NFL to 14 teams? I guess the first seed now is the only seed that gets the bye, rather than it being the 1 and the 2 seed. But nonetheless,
so does that mean the Cowboys is going to go past December?
Oh, yo.
Well, they have a chance, but at the same time, they got
damn
2
Cowboys.
more NFC North and
Of
2
course,
more
Dave
NFC South and 2 more NFC West teams that are better than the Cowboys. Cowboys are trash. They're going to be trash like always.
Exactly.
But
Cowboys
I'm
trash.
going to talk about something like, in 2010, when the Packers went to the playoffs, and the Giants did it because they're the same record, when the Giants and the Packers are the same position, then we both going to be in the playoffs, and then we going to stop you from getting that damn ring, and we going to be getting our 5th Super Bowl trophy so the Cowboys can stop with the bullshit when they talk about we got 5 rings. Y'all still trash. Ain't that shit since 1995.
Facts. Preach on it.
That's what I think.
Facts.
That's what I think.
That's big facts. I don't know, man. I think this is more about the owners, man, than anything else, because
this is just greed, honestly. This is greed.
They've been pushing it for a while, though. They've been pushing it for a long time. But at least they did it right, where it's just one more playoff team and one more regular season game. So I don't know if they're going to have like another week off in between, or they're just going to like just keep it the way it is. Like, that's my one thing.
By doing this, the NFL.
They increased to 17 games, right?
Yeah. So by doing it.
So here, the 14-team playoff would have the top seed earning a first-round bye, while seeds number 2 through number 7 would play on wild card weekend. The expanded playoff is expected to begin in 2020. And salary cap will be $198 million per club for 2020.
That's wild, yo.
Yeah, that's crazy, man.
Everybody gets fresh cap space for next year, which is wild to me because. Oh my God! I'm not even gonna speak on it.
Yeah, the Giants right now have about $20 million in cap space, so I don't know if they're gonna make it run at Clowney or not. But he brought his asking price down to 17, 18 million. So right now, the Seahawks and the which one was the other one? The Titans are the ones
hosting this game.
Are the teams that are looking to try to sign Clowney right now. So he's the top free agent out there.
Well, you know what? This helps the NFL. The revenue increases by $8 million next year. Mm-hmm. So to me, it doesn't help the players at all. It just puts the players more at risk.
Facts.
By pushing this even more. But it's funny how the
Thursday games were already putting the playoffs. Yeah. I mean, they the revenue.
It's crazy, yo. The NFL talks about how they care about the players and the player safety and all that nonsense, but then they do shit like this. They only care about the money.
Well, they've been pushing this for a while. And the players accept
it's gonna help me. It's gonna help me.
The players looking at get another game check. They get 2 more game checks. That's what they're looking at.
All right, so check this out. So Amber, what are your thoughts on this whole playoff extension, and what are your thoughts on, does it help the players or is it worse for the players?
Yeah, for sure.
Well, I'm not going to say I like the NFL the way it was. I always thought that they should do more to protect the players, which is why we all were vouching for a lesser preseason, less games in the preseason, I should say. So we vouched for that at one time, and now this is kind of equivalent to that. You're putting 17 games to 14 games. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, you never know when someone's going to get hurt. And the more that these players play, the more they're going to get hurt. So the more concussions are going to happen. You get what I'm saying? So you're putting them at risk. And it's not like it's that much of a pay raise, because I think it's like a 1% revenue increase, if that.
Yeah, that's facts.
I wonder if...
Right. So what are you really helping? It's for the fans and it's for the money. That's what it's for. It's not about the players.
Have you heard about any change in training camp schedule or padded practices at all? Or that's one thing I didn't see yet.
I haven't heard anything about that, but that was one of the big things.
It says, so active game day roster will expand from 46 to 48 players. And then practice squads will expand from
Okay.
10 to 12 players.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
Which
crazy,
is still
man.
the usual. Yeah, that's crazy.
Well,
Julio,
that's
You know what?
what do
important,
you
though. That's
think
another
about
position.
it?
Oh, like I said, man, I think it's more for the owners than it is for the players. Yeah, the players are gonna get more money, but the league doesn't push that. When it comes to the players, they push player safety. So by them doing this, it
In
doesn't help the
advertisement, not
players.
actually for the
Quote
players.
unquote.
It's
This
on
doesn't
advertisement.
this doesn't help.
Right.
You
Quote
know what I mean?
unquote for the
So
players.
I mean, for me as a fan, I love it. I get more football. You know
Yeah,
what I mean? But
I
you know,
know. Me too.
when it comes to the players, it doesn't help the players, bro. Like it really doesn't. Except put more money in their pockets. So,
I mean, they
but
still
again,
never
but
fought
then
for the
again,
rescinding of the
By
franchise
1%.
tag. Like that's
but then
one thing
again,
that they should have
that's
fought.
more on the franchise than it is for the player because the franchise gets the money in order to give to the player. So again, it's all owner based to me. You know what I mean? So
It's just
you
greed.
know what?
That's all it is.
It
Greed.
is what it is at the end of the day,
But
man.
remember, like
NFL,
the
it's a
NFL
business
used to
at the
have
end of the
14
day.
games too, so this is like the first expansion that we've had in our lifetime. But like they expanded the league, 2 or 3 times before this. So, and it was way more violent back then. So I mean, it was a test of time that we have seen like our entire lives, pretty much like at this level. But like throughout the entire history of the NFL, they've been adding and expanding.
No doubt.
So it's
Absolutely
like
no doubt.
it was inevitable, but like so that means they have to do more for play safety and like keep on working on this helmet technology. So like the concussion thing can stop as where it's less of a problem for CTE and the whole Aaron Hernandez thing where it's like it's everywhere. So it's like if they can do that and improve that, they have more money to invest in stuff like that. Then that stuff is okay for expanding the teams and just having more football for us, which we love.
Big facts, big facts. And with that, listen, man, it was fun. That's it. Here for 4th and 6, man. It's been a minute since we did something like this. Since we did a podcast, you know what I mean. I miss it
Good
with
to
you
be
guys.
back.
This whole virus got us locked in. I can't wait to see you guys again. Love my team,
Thanks.
Amber. I love that you're a part of this now. The future is
Facts.
super bright.
Yes.
Charlie in the house.
Thank y'all
Charlie
for
in the
having me.
house.
We got some
And-
estrogen now. It
You
makes
know what
it
I'm
more
saying?
balanced.
You have enough estrogen
Well,
for the
yeah,
3
exactly.
of us.
Straight from emo Dave.
Well,
Big facts.
no, I'm just
Right.
saying it's good to have a few.
Facts.
Coming from me.
I'm coming from
Facts, yo.
So why couldn't you just say that? Why you have to say
I'm just
estrogen in
saying,
the mix?
we got
Facts.
testosterone, so like
Only Dave.
Only Dave. Only Dave.
I'm
Yo.
saying it's
Only
a
Dave.
good thing.
But yo,
All right.
listen, if y'all haven't checked us out yet, everybody that's listening, check us out on Facebook, 4th and 6 Media. Check us out on Instagram, 4th and 6 Media. We hot right now.
We hot. We so
by the way-
hot right now.
And by the way, everybody that's talking about Devontae Adams on my post,
Yo.
y'all can go suck it.
Y'all can suck it.
Right, y'all start talking about
Okay,
beef
all
cattle.
right. I
suck
wasn't going to say nothing.
Nah, don't
but
say
before
nothing,
we
Tim.
go.
Don't say nothing.
All right. You know what,
I
4th
just
and
want
6, we
everybody
love
to
y'all.
No. Leading rusher in the
Stop.
franchise.
All
Stop
y'all
it.
talking that smack
Stop.
about Devontae Adams.
Trash.
Kick rocks.
Bro, stop
Kick
it.
rocks and
Stop
flip flop.
Stop
Yo,
it.
we out of here, yo.
All right, we
You know
out.
what?
Chun-Li,
We
Manabo,
love
Emo
y'all.
Dave, Julio, we out,
Okay,
peace.
controversy.
One love, baby. Peace.